Hi everyone, what is the number one reason for investing in Bitcoin? If you could only give one reason. Well, I've tried to answer that in this video based on my opinion, and it has been a bit tricky to stick to just one reason. But I think if you're explaining this to someone who doesn't hold Bitcoin or who's skeptical about crypto, then using technical or complex arguments probably doesn't register with them properly. So I've tried to keep my argument in this video as practical and straightforward as possible. So please do like this video and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to offer more content for you in future. Just a quick reminder, you can contact me if you're looking for crypto coaching. You can sign up for a free account with Coinly using the link in the description to this video, which is one of the best automated crypto tax platforms out there. If you're looking for more specific tax advice based on your personal circumstances, I've partnered with a leading crypto tax company in Myna, which is part of the company Nephos, that offers other services such as wealth management, restructuring, offshoring, etc. But I'll leave a link to contact them directly in the description to this video. And finally, I've included a link to Trezor's website in the description for anyone looking for one of the best hardware wallets or cold storage out there, with two new models released recently in the Trezor Safe 3 and Trezor Safe 5. Just a quick reminder that nothing contained here is financial advice, and let's jump straight in. The easiest and quickest way I can explain why I believe Bitcoin is so powerful is by asking the question, what would 100 Bitcoin have got you at the beginning of 2014, let's say? Well, at the beginning of 2014, one Bitcoin cost about $825. And if you go exactly 10 years ago, so the end of October 2014, BTC was only about $350 and was even less in 2015. But let's be conservative here and go with the higher price from the beginning of 2014, just so no one has an excuse to say the price was higher previously. So if one Bitcoin was $825 at the beginning of 2014, then 100 Bitcoin was worth $82,500. So what would 100 Bitcoin get you now in 2024 to compare this price performance over the past decade? Well, one BTC is worth about $68,000, give or take, at the time of recording this video, and has increased significantly since 2022 and 2023, with a lot of people wondering when it's going to head to 80K, 90K or 100K. So if one Bitcoin's worth about $68,000 now, then 100 Bitcoin now is worth a staggering $6.8 million. So you can see the huge price appreciation here and the benefit of holding BTC over a longer time frame as a store of value, which is my answer to the number one reason, in my opinion, to invest in Bitcoin. But to further emphasize this point, and to try to make it relevant to anyone who's not in crypto, let's now compare this growth of BTC to the value of a fiat currency, the US dollar. Because unlike the huge growth of Bitcoin, the purchasing power and value of the US dollar have decreased significantly, as have all fiat currencies like the pound, euro, etc. And to put this graph into perspective, it's showing that what $1 would get you in 1913, you'd need $26 as a minimum really to buy the same thing in 2020, with things actually getting even worse since 2020. Given that $1 isn't getting you a coffee in McDonald's in the US, I'm pretty sure at the moment. And you can see some examples here, because $1 in 1913 would get you 30 Hershey's chocolate bars. It'd get you 10 rolls of toilet paper in 1929, 10 bottles of beer for $1 in 1933, 20 bottles of Coke in 1944, etc. And what can $1 get you today? You'd probably be hard pushed to find much for $1 nowadays. And why has this happened? Well, to put it simply, the huge increase in money supply and inflation of fiat currencies is what causes them to depreciate in value. Because the more of something there is, the less valuable it becomes to others generally, with you being able to see here the M2 money supply in the United States, just to look at one metric, which doesn't go back as far as 1913, but starts in 1959, when $1 would have got you a cinema or drive-in movie ticket, according to the previous graph that detailed the decline in purchasing power of the dollar. So at this same time in 1959, the M2 money supply for the United States was about $290 billion. But in August 2024, that figure had risen to a massive $21.1 trillion. And just to put that into perspective, that is an increase of 7,237%. And this is a very similar situation in most economies, not just the US. So while fiat currencies are decreasing, Bitcoin has been going up. And if we come back to the price increase of BTC from 2014 to 2024, to put this into a bit more perspective, the S&P 500 index that you can invest in had returns of 231% in this time. And the Nasdaq had returns of 335%, which are obviously good, but don't compare with Bitcoin's about 12,000% increase. So if fiat currencies are printing money and increasing the money supply so much that it causes them to depreciate in value, this surely can't be the same with Bitcoin, given the price increases that we've seen. Well, as you'll know if you're in the crypto space, Bitcoin has a maximum supply of 21 million BTC, which can't increase, unlike fiat currencies, as we've just seen. And the supply of Bitcoin actually decreases over time, which is indicated here with the blue curve flattening. And this decrease in the supply of Bitcoin is called the Bitcoin halving, which I'm not going to get into now, as it's not the video for it. But this is basic supply and demand economics, because if there isn't as much of it and demand is high, then the price will follow suit and increase. And to summarize, that is the number one reason I can give for investing in Bitcoin as a store of value. But that ends this video. And as always, I'd love to know what you think in the comments below about it. Do you agree? Or do you have a different angle or take as to why you should invest in Bitcoin, with you only being able to answer what the number one reason is, in your opinion, rather than a lot? If you're interested in more of a tailored approach to your crypto education, and you think you'd benefit from having someone look over your shoulder and guide you on your journey, I do offer one-to-one coaching to those who have the desire and the means to educate themselves further. And there are links in the description where you can message me and book in a free video call to see if we'd be a good fit. There are also links to Coinly, Trezor, and to contact Myna or Nephos in the description of this video also, as I mentioned at the start of the video. And if you find this content interesting, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really does help. And have a great day.